Welcome to Isn't Obvious. Today I am your host, Philip, and with me today is Micah and Sarah. And isn't it obvious that a suburban princess needs to go to Disneyland or Disney World? Like, you really can't call your... Yes, I'm going to gatekeep suburban princess-ishness, but I'm going to gatekeep it by saying that to complete your training or qualifications, credentials, whatever, title, you got to go to Disneyland or Disney World.
Disagree.
Well, you're just saying that to say that.
No, because me, as a poor bumfuck, have been to Disney World.
Yeah, I mean...
Where does that play in?
I'm not saying it's like...
If you're in SoCal, like, if you're going specifically to Disneyland...
Shit, he just confessed that
he's a suburban princess.
Is a suburban princess, Micah.
Yeah. Micah, you're a suburban princess.
You're a fucking suburban princess.
No, this was the logic...
He's confused now.
Okay, guys. For our listeners...
No, going to Orlando and going to SoCal are very different things. If you're going to Disneyland, probably Suburban Princess. If you go to Disney World, not Suburban Princess.
Okay, this offer only extends to us people in Minnesota because we're in a very strange position where we're really far away from any ocean. Like, we're really in the middle of nowhere.
What does that have to do with Disney?
Because then you have a choice.
Most Disney is near an ocean.
Yeah, and on a coast. And Minnesota has...
Euro Disney. That's in Paris.
It is. That's true. It is in Paris. I've never been to that one.
And what about Japan Disney?
I have been.
Is that near the ocean?
Oh, wait, no. You know what? I haven't been to Japan Disney. I've been to Japan Universal Studios.
Oh.
Sorry.
And I'm sure that they're near... Like,
Harry
France
Potter
is
World.
pretty close to the ocean. It's like...
Yes, France. The entire country of France is very close to the ocean.
There you go.
In as much as it touches an ocean.
On one side,
that is not... Well, technically
kind
two.
of a... I mean, it's a straight, right?
I guess.
It's water.
So my argument stands.
No, it doesn't.
Paris.
Not land.
So what? It needs to be landlocked? So in order for it not to be near an ocean, it has to be in the middle of Kansas?
We've really digressed.
Anyway, basically, Minnesota is really far away from the ocean.
But I don't see how that plays into a suburban princess must go to Disney.
We also have Lake Superior, which is almost ocean-like, as a lake being the size that it is. Like, it has waves that are...
It's not a warm water port, is it?
No.
No.
It's very cold.
So that kind of
cold.
sucks.
Anyway.
The reason why...
Michigan's cold, but that's...
Superior's... Anyway, whatever.
The reason why I mention it is because Minnesota is like, you can go to LA, but it's actually much more difficult to do it by car. You can easily do that. It's easier drive from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Orlando. But I think the flight is easier from Minneapolis to LA because there's a lot more
I would argue it's fairly equidistant, as well as you can wrap in... If you're thinking of this as like the Americana family trip, taking 66 up to California would be a very easy, like, 2-week-long family vacation. That gets you to Disneyland, as opposed to taking whatever highway you have to do in a whole bunch of states that you won't stop in to get to Orlando.
It's why I said Disneyland, Disney World, because I think Minnesota is like a coin toss.
Well, it is a coin toss.
But I'm still wondering the relevance of going to Disney.
What?
That's my question. Why? We have Six Flags.
Because princesses. Anyway.
Princesses. Obviously,
Micah.
suburban princesses.
Why are
Jesus.
you not get
Stick
this?
with the program.
Jesus fucking Christ, Micah.
Isn't it obvious that
all right, y'all. All right, no, I'm letting my voice out now. All right, I am unhappy with how privileged y'all are thinking.
Hick Micah can just take a back seat here.
That's not Hick Micah. That's bumfuck Mike.
Whatever.
What?
True. Probably Mike. Anyway, Phil and Micah, which one or both have you been to, and which did you go to first? If you went to more than one.
World, and I remember nothing of it.
Okay.
I actually remember... No, like 8.
Okay.
But I remember it was a Christmas vacation with my dad's side of the family. And the only thing I remember from that trip is my brother and I got Nerf guns. And it was a double barrel, like foam ball Nerf gun.
Nice.
That was just like you had to pump it to shoot out both barrels.
Choices were
nice.
made.
And I could never do that. But at the the tennis court in the trailer, like RV park we were staying at. That's all I remember is trying to shoot those in the little tennis court. I remember nothing of Disney World at all.
I think that for me, I was kind of the same way, but I went to Disney World first, and then I went to Disneyland, much, much older. But I'm thinking, like, to complete the Suburban Princess, like, ritual, or whatever it is, coronation. Like,
you have to go to both, because Mike has only been to one. Maybe that's...
Wait, so I can get my tiara if I just go to LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I
Even
think
though my hometown is like 8 hours away from where we're currently at.
could just be
it's still a suburb.
You can still just be a national princess, but to be an international princess, you should at least go to 3. So like,
I have been to 3. Well,
one is
theme parks. 3 theme parks.
1 to 2 is fine, but then 3 or more, that's when you're really like Suburban Princess international level.
But is it in terms of Suburban Princess as the ideal childhood you're supposed to have that Disney sold us? That was a bill of bad goods?
Before I answer that question, Micah, because I'm going to completely sidestep this one, because I feel like I'm going to step into a trap where it leads to, and I'm going to say media, and you're going to say the other thing, and I always get it wrong. Sarah,
Give me a C!
C! When have you went to Disneyland, Disney World?
I went to Disneyland first because I have relatives in California, so we stayed with them. And I think I don't remember it, so I was definitely young. I think it was like 6 or 7 or something. And I think I went to Disney World. My dad had a business. My dad worked for a company that had business down in Florida. Mm-hmm. And he got like an all expenses paid stay in a resort.
Wow.
It was very fancy. We went to Disney World. So Sam and I, my brother and I, were... It's okay, we can use his name.
We had the whole podcast with Sam I Am.
Yeah.
We still need to follow up on that, but that's okay.
Anyway, so my brother and I went and had like a fucking blast in these fancy fucking resorts at Disney World. And I don't remember much of like the actual going to the theme parks or doing the rides. I think I remember more like being a Minnesotan in Florida and being asked, so what do you want? Do you want a Coke? And I'm like, no, but do you have like pop? Like, you know, as a kid, like as a
I don't want
Minnesotan
just
kid,
Coke.
like
What
I
else
don't
do you
want
have
Coke. What else
besides
do you
Coke?
have? Yeah, like soda pop.
A tonic.
So that was an interesting,
Sarsaparilla.
weird cultural shock for me as a, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10-year-old or 11-year-old. I don't remember how old I was, but I got my hair wrapped, and that's like all I really remember about it. So Disneyland first, then Disney World. And honestly, I don't really need to go back. Like I didn't really.
No, right. For one Suburban Princess to another, what is the achievement unlocked by going to a Disneyland and/or World?
Some people really love Disney, man. Some people are like weirdly obsessed with it.
I think Disney's been doing a really good job, damn it, Micah. Yes, with the whole idea of a business of Disney, which is very good at, let's just say,
I don't know. Micah's making like
Caps
some weird
lock.
fucking. Micah's making some weird fucking.
All right, I'm just gonna say, Micah is doing the whole, like, using his body to make shapes of letters.
Everybody,
Capitalism.
like
Capitalism.
CAPITALISM.
I think.
Well, okay, maybe because I'm a child who has like never seen money as like a motivator. That was not super obvious to me. Sorry, Micah.
I was spelling out capitalism.
I wasn't paying attention to the letters you were attempting to like form. I was like, are you doing the YMCA? Like, I don't fucking know.
You were so close. You're
I
like Kevin
wasn't-
Sorbo talking about insulin.
I was
So
okay.
close.
To be fair,
Also,
to be fair,
that was close. Sorry, go ahead.
to be fair, I really don't like. I look at people, but like I don't like see
I'm
what
glad you
you're
don't see me
doing.
as a person.
No, I don't.
That really plays into my
I don't pay-
internal dialogue that
I don't
I'm just
pay
a
attention to
homunculus,
what
but not an
people
actual
are.
human.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you for confirming that for me, that
hey, you
I am
know
indeed
what?
just an observer on this planet, not
Welcome
understanding.
to my fucking world, being a lizard. Okay, all the fucking time. All the fucking time. It is weird. Anyway.
No, I think Disney is
Questions.
good because they have a lot of intellectual.
Super racist and super awful about a lot of things. And when you talk to the people who are like diehard Disney fans, they get real butthurt when you mention the difficulties that come along with the
Did you
Disney
see Fantasia
franchise.
or Fantasia 2000? Because that plays a lot into how you perceive Disney.
I did see both.
One is certainly worse than the
One
other.
is definitely not good.
I
I think
mean-
those centaurs were so fucking racist.
I mean, okay, to be fair, they were both I say good with the least.
By
With
concept,
the loosest form of the word good.
I will
like,
say
the
they're some of
animation's
Disney's
great.
best films.
Yes, the animation
Yes.
is great.
But
The
music
A
is
concept,
little
great.
problematic.
yeah, a little bit, just a tiny bit, just some not good parts.
Although that Chenneborg scene did give me nightmares for many years.
Chenneborg?
Yeah, Chenneborg. The last in Fantasia, the demon on the mountain.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's-
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah,
The
it's based off
Chenneborg?
Chenneborg.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know the
like
name.
Russian demon.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's
I
good
did
to
not
know.
know that.
I did not know what a Chenneborg was. So, for our listeners also who are confused, a Chenneborg is apparently a Russian demon that lives on a mountain and is
At least that's how it was portrayed by Fantasia.
yeah.
Not to be confused with like a Russian demon that lives in a bunker. Sorry,
He
topic
doesn't live in a
reference.
bunker.
Topical.
He has
Topical
his
a year
villain hideout near
ago.
Sochi.
Okay, yeah.
Which is so fucking funny.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Disney has its problems, but the stories that it tells are pretty like universal.
Yes, as long as
And
you've lost a
plagiarized.
parent and if you are meant to be the hero of your own story.
Micah,
Which gives an
that's all stories. It's most stories.
It's every Disney story.
It's a lot of stories that are.
Name me a Disney movie where both parents are happy with the main character being their progeny.
Ooh,
Encanto.
Encanto?
Doesn't count because she's an outsider.
Okay, whatever you.
And also,
how doesn't that count? You just only keep me
You
two
just-
criteria. You
you
son of a
just-
bitch, Micah.
Traditional Disney, not Pixar, because Pixar has done a
That's
whole
not.
lot.
That's not a Pixar.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Traditional
No, that's Disney animation. Pixar's movie was Seeing Red or something like that. So every other year it's
I
like
thought it was the same thing. Like,
No.
it's the same production studio does that shit, right?
no, they're two different teams that are just basically the same. Damn
Tell
it,
me
Micah,
what I
you
said was
got
wrong.
your point.
And also, I don't know, and I
Damn it,
also
Micah,
don't know
followed your
enough
trip.
about. I also don't know enough about
Pixar's
Disney
creative
to-
studio is
But it is
different.
di-
It
Alright,
is
so
different,
even
but
if-
a lot of
so
their
if-
employees swap.
Yeah, so if you have Pixar and Disney Animation as two separate studios, they still put out the same quality, the same type of animation style. The art direction might be slightly different, but that since the mid-90s, they've veered more away from that, and they've been trying to have more, increased diversity, less obvious racism.
And less like making the woman have to fall for a man sort of plot line, like being that, like take Frozen for example, like that didn't end with like it being true love's first kiss kind of bullshit. It was like the love between sisters, like that was the point of the whole thing, right?
Didn't Hans end up shacking up with the blonde?
No.
Not blonde,
No, the redhead.
Sure, I've never seen Frozen.
Sure,
First of all-
but that wasn't like that was very secondary. Like, so there's nothing like you can have relationships and like they exist and like making them, like not like you should include them because they are still part of life. But it doesn't have to be the be all end all. Like you can still have other forms of love too. Like, and that's what I appreciated about that film was that it didn't make the romance the central love to the story. It was a tertiary, like it was a secondary love. It was a tertiary love. It was like off to the side. It was
It's a red herring.
yeah. It was
Wait, so the real love was between the snowman and the elk?
Kind of.
No.
But not.
No,
That's, you're talking about the short from Olaf, who had to figure out what the spirit of Christmas was about, which Olaf had to go to each of the villagers.
Yes, Phil, I've absolutely seen that, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Micah's shaking his head like I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I also
man?
I have also not seen this. And I also
Granted,
have,
you have kids, so it makes sense.
I
No,
also
I
have-
watched this before kids.
Hey, Frozen was a good film. I'm not gonna say but I didn't watch Frozen 2, so I don't know where that went. But
And I wasn't referencing Frozen. I was referencing the Frozen shorts.
shorts, yeah.
Yes. So you had to actually you had to seek this out to
Well,
watch.
yeah, because you have to leave your underwear outside when it's cold, or put it in your freezer, and that's just weird if you're gonna have frozen shorts.
In the summertime, that would be.
Really nice.
Anyway,
Sorry. Yeah, Disney
Can you
does.
make ice pack jock straps?
I'm gonna completely cut both of you off. I am not sorry.
me.
Because you were gonna say something.
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I
doesn't
was
matter.
thinking about it, but no, I
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah.
$1 million idea.
All right.
Nope.
Frozen
Icy
bananas.
Frozen bananas,
Shock.
actually delicious.
Strap.
Okay, well, anyway.
Dot dot dot.
So
Disney-
Phil,
Dot,
what
dot,
are-
dot, profit.
okay, Phil, what?
I think Disney does a good job in telling universal stories that kids really love. And I say universal not because like it's a good word to say, but of the latest movies, they really splice in lots of different languages. So if you get Disney Plus, you could change it from English to Korean.
But with that, because
Yeah.
the introduction of better representation, better multiculturalism.
Sure.
When we were kids, did we have that?
Well,
No.
I think that
So I appreciate that they're doing it now.
I do.
But then why is going to Disneyland the requirement for the Suburban Princess's coronation?
Oh.
If we're dealing with our childhoods.
Well, when we say Suburban Princess, we're using it almost derogatorily. So, in a way, the Disney of the 90s is a coronation of some sort.
of a derogatory
The
term.
derogatory Suburban Princess.
So
Grew
Clinton
up-
Suburban Princesses,
Clinton-
bad.
Not bad.
Biden
just
Suburban Princesses, good.
No,
better,
they're not.
better, but not
They're
good.
still not. Okay, 90s was a rough time.
No, it
And-
wasn't.
No, as far as like animation and what they were portraying, I would say that the best film probably would have been A Bug's Life. But even then, it's kind of messed up.
Was Lion King? Lion King was in the 90s.
Yeah,
That was fucking brilliant. What are you talking about?
Lion King is kind of messed up too. Like,
Okay, it is, but
as
the
far as like
animation-
not messed up, like decently, a movie that doesn't
Positive,
fall into
that
the
doesn't-
trope that says, "Hey, women are sub-tier, subspecies that are just going to be genetically modified to serve us," sort of thing. Like, Disney has a really bad.
What? That was totally in Lion King.
Well, I mean, the Lion
Pride of
King,
Lions, where the
Pride of
women
Lions,
were-
where the woman didn't really have any sense of leadership, and they all had to follow the male lion.
Yeah,
Like,
that
people
was
really were
weird.
not happy
Yeah.
with that.
Mufasa
Yeah.
died. Scar was the only male lion, and all the lionesses followed Scar.
Yeah.
Except for Nala.
See, no, she did still
Yeah.
because she had to like.
No, but she went out to try and find Simba.
No, she was looking for food, right? Looking
she
for
was-
Simba was just like a side quest if it happened.
She was.
but she had to.
She was doing.
Yeah, but then they banged onto the big cloud monster of his father.
I mean, just like
Which,
any.
weird.
That's not how that happened. Anyway,
Well, I
don't
have a
remember
terrible
that way.
story about that, but yes, I feel
you
like.
have a story.
Okay, so I was.
When I was a young warthog. Anyway,
Oh no, but those two definitely fuck.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
If that's canon, I'd be fine with that. They're adorable. Anyway,
And
they're
you
the
know-
only good characters.
You
in the whole
you definitely know Pumbaa, power bottom.
Yeah, probably. Absolutely. Actually,
Okay,
they're-
I hate that you're ruining my childhood already more than it's even ruined. But thank you, Micah. Not thank you.
no,
I-
thank you.
Hey, when you need an extra splash of depressing with historical context, come to this guy.
Oh boy.
Disney movies were like what they were. Beauty and the Beast is kind of messed up.
Yes.
Cinderella messed up.
Yes.
Aladdin messed up. Lion King, that whole
Less messed up, but still
It's pretty
It's
messed
getting
up
better,
with the
but
whole-
still
was-
bad.
It
Yeah,
was,
still
it was
bad.
shit Macbeth.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but-
Hamlet, not Macbeth.
hey, look, I'm the
Shit
new
Hamlet?
male lion.
Shit
All
Hamlet.
female lions
Shit
are now
Hamlet?
subservient to me. Like that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of the '90s were really messed, and then you had Pocahontas, which is kind of
Which
messed
is its
up,
own
and Notre
trouble.
Dame, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That was
I-
probably their best one.
It was, and it was the fucking music in that one was absolutely great. Like yes, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay, people did not.
Awesome.
Okay,
No.
But
They
no one
did
liked-
like it.
They didn't
because
like
it was all adults.
True.
Yeah,
True.
There were no kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the main character was ugly.
and that wasn't. Yeah,
And
that was.
Esmeralda was a prostitute.
And
As well as a Roma,
And
but
sorry,
not
in
referred to as a
America,
Roma.
the church was the bad guy. Oh no.
Yeah,
Like,
no, didn't work out. Like
the church
they,
official was the bad guy, which I mean, come on, that's like fucking reality. Anyway,
no.
Also
and
in
then,
Also, in a
France.
lot of
also in France.
the Protestant Reformation was because the church was abusing its power.
Yeah, so like it was
That's
honestly
kind of a cornerstone of America.
pretty much
That is
like one of
Protestantism.
this is one
Yeah.
of I think one of Disney's one of their best fucking films ever, and it's just so underappreciated. It's just a shame because it's great. It's fucking great. It's
Yeah, Red is a great.
I didn't even say about
Notre Dame was great. Fuck
Little
you.
Mermaid. Notre Dame didn't do very well at all.
I know it didn't,
It
which
did
is
not
just
do well.
which is unfortunate because it was fucking great.
And then there's Hercules, right?
which did great
Yeah,
which
that did
also
good.
kinda
the music
had
was
its-
good.
because of the
Problems.
star
did.
draw
It has
of
its,
fucking what's his name?
Hades.
No, Kirk Cameron was Hercules.
Oh, well, I
But
don't
who is
fucking
the
remember.
voice of Hades?
The voice of
that
Hades
was
was great. He was
Yeah,
awesome.
You know who that is?
Nope.
Is it the voice of Q?
No, it's James fucking Woods.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
He did a good
That's
job.
good.
Though.
Yeah, still a rapist.
Oh, I mean,
I
that's
did
why
not
he's
know that, but thank you.
Thanks, Micah.
He
I
had-
did not know that
He
either.
tried to solicit Amber Tamberlin when she was like 16 to fuck him.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah!
That is really gross.
So they typecasted him as Hades, like
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Although, fun fact, in that movie, when he says, hey, guys, calm down, it's halftime, it's literally half the time of the runtime for the movie.
That's
Excellent.
Yep.
That's a nice trivia next to the one. Did you know that he was a rapist? Like, wait a minute.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's a horrible man.
And this is why sometimes you do separate unconsciously the artist from the art. But
Well, yeah, Roman Polanski
regardless,
is a horrible person, but Rosemary's Baby is a
anyway,
creepy movie.
And then I'm going to just jump right to my
into what?
favorite Disney movie. Because I like Pixar movies, except for Cars 2 and 3. But anyway,
I mean, we
most
don't talk about
Cars
that.
sucked too.
Yeah, Cars was
2 and 3 did not improve that franchise, because 1 was real bad.
I don't understand why Cars was even a thing. Like
Kids and toys.
kids love cars and
Kids
toys
and toys.
and car
that's,
toys.
That's
Yeah.
true, but like, did they like the show? Did they like the
No,
movie?
No, because it was
there's
bright-
nothing.
See, that's the thing.
Bright
there's
colors,
nothing-
4 wheels, and driving around. They
Yeah.
didn't care that Jennifer Aniston's Porsche had a tramp stamp, which was a joke for the adults. They didn't
Because they
care.
knew they had to be
Larry
stuck
the
in
Cable
that.
Guy. No.
Yeah, it was Maynard. I mean, that was part to bring in people from where I grew up.
Yeah, well, it's like a comedic laugh. Okay, anyway.
Right. Your favorite
The
movie?
My
fact that Cheech
favorite-
Marin was a lowrider was
Nope,
the best part of that
nope.
movie.
I want to know what your favorite movie is, Phil.
Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
That's
was
Not
that
Whitney.
was that Disney or was
Not
that
Atlantis?
DreamWorks?
that was Disney, not
Are you sure?
DreamWorks.
Okay, are you
90s. Yeah.
that was solid.
That was good. That's a good one.
That
Like,
was absolutely. 100%.
Wait, sorry, which one?
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove.
David Spade
Uh-huh.
and forget the voice of
Kronk.
Kronk.
God, I love Kronk. He was so great. I don't fucking.
What's wrong with what? Okay, Micah, what's wrong with
Micah's
Emperor's New
being
Groove?
a fucking,
Are you gonna
like,
say that David
person-
Spade is like some type of like an insert something that happened, and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, Mike, I didn't even know
He's
that.
probably a terrible person too, but let's be honest, every male in show business is a piece of shit.
Well, we don't know that yet
Except
until
for-
Micah says something about it. So let's see.
Except for maybe, God, who's the
Please.
fucking
I'm waiting for the
Who's
shoe to
the-
drop.
Neo from Matrix?
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, him. Apparently he's like a fucking saint or something.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's nice.
He's the only male in
He's been married to an
showbiz.
age-appropriate wife for like 20 years.
Yep.
And does not have physical contact with his fans, but will always take pictures. He's a great guy.
Yeah, so like
He cannot
he's
act for shit in Cyberpunk.
nope, but he's the only person, the only male in show business who's not a piece of shit, as far as I know.
He's certainly one of the few.
Go ahead, name me another. For the audience, it's just it's
yeah,
just
I'm
a
also
big,
in this game too.
silent. What? Who could it be?
Male show business.
Nope. There's
No,
nope.
specifically actors or just anyone in the...
Show business.
What about David?
James Gunn seems pretty good.
I don't know who that is. Who is
Are
that?
you kidding me?
What?
James Gunn,
What? What has he done?
What has he done?
the guy from
Do tell.
No, it's Tim Gunn.
Oh, okay.
James Gunn, director of Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad.
No, that
Okay, so
guy?
he's a director.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, director. So far, he hasn't been caught doing anything nefarious or terrible to his.
He started out with Trauma, which I'm guessing had some slight, exploitive aspects
Okay, so
to
we've
it.
got
as-
two. We've got two out of
I'm
all
still
of the
not-
men
But
in
there's
showbiz.
a lot of his writing and directing is very inclusive, and he doesn't seem like a horrible person.
Well, we'll see. Time
Even though
will
he just
tell.
engaged to an actress that's 20 years his junior, but whatever.
No,
She's
he's
adult.
out- he's out
if
the
she's
list.
a fucking
He's-
adult, I can.
Nah,
Yeah, if she
stomach
was
that.
24, I'd be issued. But
I-
she's my age, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. If I
Okay.
found a nice blue hair in her mid-50s, yeah, well, I could be gay.
Okay, fair enough. But all right.
Yeah, was it age divided by something plus 7?
Yeah,
I don't know that I follow that rule.
plus or minus 10.
Plus or minus? No.
Yes,
No,
plus or
no.
minus 10.
There's no
No.
minus.
20 plus or minus 10 is not cool.
No, but I also don't think people should date until they're like 25.
Fair enough.
And then there's
25,
no minus.
But then wait a minute.
25 plus 10.
There's no minus. You start dating at 25 and you start with 25. If you're 26, you can date 25 or 26.
25 is the minimum.
25 is the minimum for dating.
Minimum per, like, just 100%.
You can fuck around, but nothing is invested relationship prior to 25.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
that's fair.
That's
because-
fair.
And
Mikey,
like,
this is the best formula you've given so far.
I
Yeah.
would be fine with this.
Yeah, we're fine.
Because I'm sorry.
Dating
anyone-
starts at 25. 25 is 0, and you have a plus or minus 10, and you can't go negative.
Yeah. You can go only your minimum is 25.
Yep.
Your 25 is
Yeah.
That's invested dating.
Yeah.
Anything before that is just like your friendship. your friend's fucking around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you might think that's not the case, but you'll learn different.
Yeah. No.
You'll learn different. I say as a lizard.
No, I think that's actually.
But yeah,
that's
no,
right.
I can't take an 18-year-old seriously. Like, they're just a fucking
No,
child.
and nobody should.
No, they're a fucking child. And like the fucking weird, creepy ass Reddit groups, like, that are made, like, God, I think it was like, what was it, Miley Cyrus or some teenager pop star.
Not even that attractive.
Exactly, but whatever. Like,
Seems like a fine person, great singer. Not terrible.
sure, whatever. I don't care. But like, they have a subreddit that does not go live until she's 18, and I'm like, that's fucking disgusting.
When Emma Watson was walking out of her 18th birthday because they were still filming,
Disgusting.
someone in the paparazzi was just laying on the ground taking photos as she walked by.
Yeah, I
She was
remember.
18, and England is gross.
Fucking weird and gross. Yeah. Not England.
It's not as gross as Japan.
It's just
no, in
people
terms
are
of
gross.
like
People are
societally accepted sexual harassment.
Yeah, at 18,
England,
it's like totally fine.
Real gross. Japan, worse.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about Japan. Okay, so
That's like a pop star with one leg up on a thing and 18 cameramen just taking crotch shots
So gross.
because that's what she's supposed to do as an idol star.
So gross.
I'm just gonna end.
She's fucking 18. Like, I don't even know what the age of consent is.
Hell, she's
20?
probably
I
like
think
30, but just looks 18.
I honestly think 20 might be the age of consent in Japan.
No.
No, 13? Fuck, no.
What?
20
Those
20
are very different
No,
numbers.
20 is the age. No, 20 is the age of
20
drinking.
is like,
Drinking
really?
age. Drinking
Yeah.
age. Just
13
20
is like
that's
that's
what it was.
not.
I don't
Those
remember.
two numbers are
Yeah.
really.
No, they're different.
That's Latter-day Saints were marrying
15?
you off.
No, 15 is drinking age in Germany. I don't know. I can't remember.
All right.
No, I think drinking age at an establishment is 18 in Germany, but it's under the idea that your family teaches you how to drink.
Yeah, which is honestly, I think, the best policy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just fucking don't send your child off at 21
Well, it's like, I think in
with
most
his
states in America,
fucking college buddies to.
as long as you have parental consent, you can give alcohol to people on your property if you're overseeing them.
Yeah,
What? No.
Yeah.
not
I think it's if
American,
you're
man.
your
Yes.
child.
Oh,
if it's your
that's
child, I don't think it's if it's
No.
someone
No, I think you
No.
have parental consent from other
No,
families.
I
Yeah.
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no.
I don't. It
Nope.
doesn't fall under the statute of providing alcohol to a minor.
I
Because if you
don't
have,
think that's
I'm-
actually the case.
but also
You're talking to-
but also American legal system of
You're-
like we're
you're-
just gonna brush this under the rug
Yeah, okay.
because
It depends on how
talking to
rich you are.
someone who-
I agree with you, Micah. Like, if you're
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a rich place, then yes, you're correct. If you're from a fuck you place, then
no,
yeah,
it's not a rich place, poor too.
it's
yeah,
it's
right.
Who's
Yeah.
gonna who's
Yeah,
gonna
my-
fucking tell on you?
Yeah, sure. Right. You're
My hometown up in the sticks.
Who's gonna be
there
a
were
fucking
plenty
snitch?
of
Yeah.
parties that happened within the city limits that cops just be like,
Shut the fuck up, thanks.
you
Okay, bye.
need to leave. Everyone else still have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not reporting this. I still have 8 more hours of my shift. You should not be here after my lunch break.
If you are,
good cops.
Yeah. No, not good cops.
No, but-
because then they just pull people over for erroneous things.
Well,
Not drunk driving.
is there such a
Dumber
good thing? No.
things. I had a headlight out. In this Minneapolis area for months. No cop gave me shit. I am driving into my hometown. Whoop whoop. You know a headlight out? Yes, I'm well aware of a headlight out. That's why it's up here. My brother is going to fix it.
Fix a ticket.
All right, I'm going to let you off with a warning this time.
wow.
And he walks away. I'm like, yep, that's great. Thank you, sir. That's fantastic.
Well, to be honest, it's clear that people in Minneapolis have the cops in Minneapolis have a lot more important things to worry about than someone's fucking headlight out. Whereas clearly this cop
Yes, because
was having
small
a
town, very boring.
really boring. Nothing
And they
to do.
can't bust drunk drivers or else they would not stop working on the weekends.
True. God, that's sad.
God damn it, Jim! Is that a Pabst in your hand? Give me that. I'm gonna write you up for littering. That's better than a DUI.
I feel like
Even though you're the one who you took the can out of my hand and threw it into the ditch.
what you gonna do about it? Call the cops? Shut the door out of the guy's face.
This is the weirdest fucking.
I've been pulled over by cops 3 times in my life. First time was an absolute speed trap where over the course of a quarter mile it goes 65, 45, 30. And, yeah, real quick. Like, real fast into a light. So that was the only ticket I've ever had. Second time I was pulled over was real early morning, after probably a bender, and driving around and incidentally going 70 on a highway. And the cop pointed at me as he passed me. And I was like, oh, yeah. He gave me a warning.
Nice.
Okay. Third time, plastered. Not good. But
Micah!
went down a hill.
Jesus fucking
and just
Christ.
didn't. I'd like go up to 5 miles an hour to get around the turn and then just drop. And then, like, I'm not going to ride my brakes down a hill.
No.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Don't say Oscar. Don't say Oscar. Don't say officer. Hello, officer.
Fist pump, yes.
License registration? Is this actually where you live? 2 blocks away.
Yep.
Yes? Are you going home? Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just gonna
Go home.
Oh my-
Thank you, sir.
Wow, that.
How about you, Phil? Have you ever been pulled over?
I was pulled over in my university town. And it was not my car; it was my father-in-law's car, and I couldn't tell that his headlights weren't working, and so, or maybe he had to turn on the. You had to turn it on.
Yeah, non-auto.
And I
lights.
just, I couldn't tell it was on because I was next to a headlight. But then, or like a lamp. But then as we went to the road and I could tell it wasn't on, I turned it on. But before then, like
Whoop,
whoop, whoop, and I was like, oh, okay.
Shit, yeah.
But like my father-in-law, he had just worked like 12 hours as like a network engineer thing. So he was like rigging all these cables and everything to make sure that the servers were fine.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like really tired. And I'm driving him back from the college town to back to the cities. And then where I was like a hub. So that's why we kind of organized this thing so I can head back and see my parents. And then the cops were like, license registration, and they were like really fucking pissed off. Like, we're gonna nail this guy. And then out of nowhere, like my father-in-law like sits up, and he's like a 6'4" or 5" German man. He's like really burly and big, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "What? I just got pulled over. Like, why'd you get pulled over?" And I was like, and the cop is there, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Look. And then,
Looks like you have some authority in the car. I'm gonna let you be.
right, and then he gives him his my father-in-law gives him his state information. He's like, "Oh, I work for the state, and here's my credentials, and this guy is just And the guy's like, "The headlights was off." He's like, "I'll take care of it." And then the cop is like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be in this one."
Yeah, I'm not.
And he just pieced out.
Bye.
And I was like, "Well, that was weird." And that was the only time I got pulled over.
Well, Sarah, when have you been pulled over?
Not a fucking once, actually.
Not once.
Not once. I've
See, I
never
think
been-
that right there is the biggest definition of a Suburban Princess.
Yeah, I've never been
By
pulled
both
over.
examples. One,
Or
never been pulled over.
maybe-
2, pulled over with father-in-law in the car
Or-
and
Yeah.
got out of the ticket.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just a better driver than both of you. Or
I mean, obviously, you are a better driver than both of us. You don't have to say that.
Micah laughs because I hate driving, and he drives me a lot of places.
And I've ridden with you.
Hey, I'm not a bad driver.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a bad driver.
I'm not saying you're a bad driver.
But I'm an angry
I am
driver.
saying you're not a good driver.
I'm a fine driver. I've
That's
never
not good.
I've never been in an accident. Ever.
I don't think that's the bell mark.
Ever.
Actually, it
Don't.
kind of is a good.
It
like,
is.
Yeah.
I've been
When
in one
I'm-
accident.
And also, I'm okay.
I've been in many
here's-
accidents,
here's
guys.
one-
I'm a terrible driver.
Here's one thing. I have like super ADHD and I'm extremely easily distractible. So when I have passengers in the car, I definitely am I'm distractible. So
Yeah.
I prefer to not drive if I'm driving in a group because it's harder for me.
Well, most people don't
So-
like me to drive because they don't want to die.
So,
So,
to
yeah.
be honest, Micah might not be wrong and when he says I am not the best driver when I have other people in the car.
You're not a bad driver.
I'm a great driver. I've again never been in an
Yeah.
accident.
I don't think that's
You can look at all of
Good
my
benchmark.
fucking. You can look at.
I
all
think
I
that's a
have-
pretty good benchmark.
I think it's a great benchmark.
Yeah.
I've never been in a ditch. I've never run a red light. I'm a pretty good driver.
I mean, ditch maybe, but
Never.
running a red light? Pfft.
Okay, so
Who
Mike
hasn't
is a
run a red
terrible. Mike is a terrible.
You should
driver.
run red lights depending on where you are, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Maybe that's another hallmark for Suburban Princesses. Just you actually obey all road laws.
No, you don't. You don't
And
want
like that's just not.
Look,
have you ever been to Chicago?
Yeah.
There are no road laws in Chicago.
Gary,
You just
Indiana.
go.
You do not. No.
Mm-hmm. Well, really, Gary, Indiana is only the highway, so nobody actually stops at Gary.
Indiana's a shithole. Anyway, sorry, Indiana listeners who don't exist.
No, I'm retracting Sarah's apology. Fuck Indiana.
You guys know that you're a shithole, though.
Like
so it's like
they're just they
unlike
stink.
Kentucky that don't realize they're a shithole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
they're
guys.
under a
Like that's the thing. Indiana is the most southernmost state in the northernmost state it can be in.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows.
It
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
And Chicago has to suffer for it.
Well,
Sadly.
Chicago is
Chicago
different.
suffers for
No.
Chicago's different.
It's about legislative things, and I won't get into it.
Let's not.
But real easy to get a gun in Indiana. And Indiana, real close to Chicago.
Yeah.
Surprise! Chicago has a lot of murders. Anyway.
Because they get guns from Indiana
Yep.
Well,
and
I mean,
Wisconsin.
let's not give their public school. Sorry, what was that meme? Something about you got to give credit to the public schools. Chicago has a lot of problems, but it's kind of expected for a like it's almost the third most populous city in America. It's really up
Yeah,
there. It has lots of
It might
people,
be the third, yeah.
and people have lots of problems. So you have a lot,
Especially
of
when
people
they're
and
close
problems.
together.
Yeah,
What was the top 5? New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix?
yeah, but I
Yeah,
think that
that's right.
Texas
Is
is.
Phoenix really up there? I guess.
Phoenix itself's population is like 1.3 million. And then you have
I feel like
90% of Arizona population is a suburb of Phoenix.
But I feel like Dallas and
what about fucking
Dallas
Denver?
Fort Worth?
Dallas Fort
It's
Worth.
not that big.
Yeah, okay. that's
No,
fair.
but they're getting
I
bigger
was gonna
because
say,
more and more people like.
more and more
But
people want to have
Houston
smoke
has like
weed.
a million. Houston's big.
Houston's big, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Texas is big though.
But not like
True, it's like
it's not spread out.
It's like there's like two.
It's three.
There's like
it's
two
3 Minnesotas.
Yeah, there's like 2 population centers, and then the
3
rest
population
is-
centers. Don't badmouth Austin.
Austin?
I was including Houston and Austin. What was the other
Dallas.
one? Oh fuck yeah.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay, 3.
Dallas Fort Worth
Yeah,
combined is actually.
they're
a pretty-
married.
Yeah.
Dallas and Fort Worth.
Whatever.
Just like
okay, so
Minneapolis,
three,
St. Paul.
three major population centers, and the rest is just.
What about El Paso?
What about it?
What about it?
Exactly.
It's got a million people.
We don't talk about El Paso. It's
cares?
because they're just.
I say
So
to
they
the
didn't
one
build
El
a wall?
Paso listener out there.
No, it's because
I'm
it's
not
just.
sorry.
You're not gonna make any friends talking about El Paso. Okay, we just don't talk
Or
about
really
it.
Texas in general.
But El Paso is across the border from Guadalajara.
We don't talk about it because we're not gonna make many friends if you talk about things that are just not good to talk about. It's like manners. It's like things you learn as a Disney princess. And
Manners?
I don't.
No.
Please tell me a Disney movie that teaches manners.
Boy, that's a good one.
shoot.
Nope, because it's all
Beauty and the Beast is crap because she ignores the manners taught to her by the teacup.
Most all of the manners are disregarded in because of course the main characters have to like go against the grain and be like
Alright.
fuck the establishment and I'm going to assert my awesomeness by
Fuck the patriarchy! Sir, you're the prince.
not the patriarchy, just the societal norms. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Because Disney isn't that crazy. Because they still want you to fall into your stupid gender.
I was really upset with the movie Luca, which is a coming of age story
Well, it's a
about.
delightful gay show.
Well, that's the problem
this-
is that they
was
didn't have the
Luca-
courage to say that it's a delightful gay movie.
Was it? I don't even know
Yeah,
if I...
absolutely. It was a mermaid who found, a mer
Maggie.
person who found another mer person and ended up being his best friend, but they never consummated their relationship, even though that's where it was going.
Okay, but weren't they like fucking children? Like kids?
It was.
They're
coming-
fucking kids!
It was
Yeah.
it was coming of age, but it was
a
coming of age
story.
understanding they're an LGBT
Yeah.
person.
Okay, but
And Disney didn't have the courage to just lay into that when it would have been great.
I mean, it's very clear.
But they're kids! Why do they have to lay into it?
When did you discover you were a lizard?
Actually not that... Like, I honestly thought there was just something fucking wrong with me.
So you went through a whole lot of societal pressures where
Yes.
you asked someone to the prom.
No,
Because nobody
actually,
asked you to prom.
no, I mean, I was asked to prom. I was dating at the time, weirdly, because I was
You know why?
I was subscribed
Because you need a coming of age
yeah,
story.
yeah, because
No.
there were no... there's no lizard coming of age story. It was like...
It was... You know,
no,
you know
I'm
when
actually
you're
just
told,
not attracted
like...
at all to anyone.
To
Well,
end.
Well, okay, it took me a fucking long time to fucking realize that it wasn't that kind of attraction. Like, I like people, and I like hanging out with people, and I like being friends with people. But I didn't, like, think... Like, I didn't think of it in
Swapping
sexual
bodily
terms.
fluids wasn't...
Yeah, it was not high on the priorities
wouldn't that
at
be
all.
nice?
At all, even.
If Disney had a movie that actually like said, "Hey, all
can
of you
just
guys
be-
suck,"
Hell,
and
Big Hero
that's
6
just
could have done
fine.
that, and the main character could have just been like, no, I'm asexual.
Yeah,
Would have been
Because,
great.
like...
it would have been great.
Representation really
Yeah.
would be nice.
Yeah.
But like, no, it actually took me quite a while to figure... Like, I was out of college when I figured it out.
Yeah.
Like
Because-
I was a fucking adult, and I realized, you know, I don't think this is ever gonna fucking happen for me. Like, people keep telling me, oh, you should just try. Like, how do you know unless... And like, I get that that's the stupidest fucking thing.
Just
but
read
like,
for
No,
Mr.
no,
no.
and
I-
Mrs.
no.
Perfect.
I disagree with that sentiment
No.
because experience is the best educator.
but not necessarily.
It's also the
Yes,
most
absolutely.
expensive educator.
Well, it can be, but
Potentially,
but-
if you do it wrong.
No, but so like you can know something about yourself without having to experience it.
I disagree because
I
you're
don't,
the only...
and here's why: because you're fucking making me angry with that statement. I fucking hate that. Okay, how do you know you're not gay, Micah, if you haven't slept with a man? Like that's
Who's to
the
say I
What
haven't
makes you
slept with
say
a man?
yes?
but okay, but like that's the question. No, but that's
How
the
are you
fucking-
applying experiences I may have had in my life?
How do you know
That's
you're
the
not
thing,
a
though.
lesbian if you haven't slept with a woman, Sarah? Like, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking
How
thing.
would
You can
you-
know. You can know, like, no, I'm definitely not attracted. And it took me to hear that argument, like, how do you know if you've never done it? And having that said, like, that's a fucking ridiculous statement, to realize that, oh, it's neither for me. Oh, okay. I get it now. I'm just a fucking freak of nature. I'm a goddamn
No,
lizard.
it's that mentality
But no,
that I had the argument with, because that's the conclusion you come to. But that's a
No,
different
it's not
topic.
that.
Anyway, going to Disney land
Princess?
or world
Disney
clearly
Princess.
causes more confusion than anything else, which I guess is a hallmark from a Suburban Princess.
Yes,
Confusion.
absolutely.
Confusion.
Confusion.
Just not knowing
Because
where
you know
your
why?
place is in the
You don't
world.
understand the horrors of capitalism and how it
God
changes
damn it,
you.
Micah! Get the fuck out!
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
God fucking damn it. Thanks, Mom.